Hello, welcome back to Creeping and Colorful, and yes, it's that time again where we show how we speedily went through May and what we got to do and finished and things we dropped the ball on. So, here are my starts to my finished pages. I'm going to leave this up so it's not like in your face and you can see everything. Okay. The first few books are hashtags and collabs that I do during the week and during the month. So the first one I'm going to show you is the ones that I post on Sundays, which is hashtag dogs coloring collab that is hosted by at Disney and Coloring with Jamie. We take a dog, puppy, or wolf page, color it, and then submit it with that information, your video or your short or whatever you choose to do with that info in the title. So this is my book I got at a thrift store that I constantly talk about, and when I do this collab, and Jamie has a list. Oh, he has his own book, and he has information. If you go to him and you want to join in the collab, you go to his video, his channel, Disney and Coloring with Jamie, and you look for the dogs coloring collab videos, and in there he'll have a link to get the book that they are actually using to follow along. They do it page by page. Now I have this book, and what I'm doing is I don't have their book, so I actually was able to screenshot from the video their content page of their book. So I now have a list of these dog breeds that will be coming up in their book, and I can follow along. And the way I do that is if it's in my book, I color it. If it isn't, I Google and get a page to print. So, for this month, we have Cavalier King Charles. I know that sounds like a really strange breed, but let me tell you something. My doing this, I have gotten so much knowledge of dogs. It's pathetic. Like, I never known that. I would looked at this dog and thought it was a Cocker Spaniel. And so, in the month of April, Jamie also asked us to add stickers. So this is close to Easter, and I added those like he was on an Easter egg hunt. And I used Color watercolor pencils in every one of these pages. So that's the first one I did for the month of April. The second one was a German Shepherd, and it is the only 2-page spread in this book. And let me tell you, it was fun to do. Let me get there. And here it is. And I have a pig looking around the fence, a froggy, a goat, and a calf with a little chick on his head, and a bunny rabbit in stickers to share. Now, my book also has fun facts too that I read aloud in my videos. Then we have the Pomeranian. Now, this one was shared. The picture was shared with the Chihuahua, and what I did was I just covered up the Chihuahua for now, because the Chihuahua is coming later down here. It's right here. So I will be getting to that one. It just so happens they shared a page in my book. I put butterflies and hearts as stickers and a little paw print on the teacup for the Pomeranian. Then we had the Shetland Sheepdog, which is one that I had to print off. These are all his stickers. And that was a quick and easy one. And then I believe that was, yes, that was the last. I don't think there was any more Sundays in the month there. Yes, so that is all the ones that I have for, and we'll be starting out with a Boston Terrier this month, this Sunday. Okay, on Mondays I do, if I can remember and if I have time, I do a hashtag Mandela Mondays 26, and it's hosted by at M Beans Coloring with Me and co-hosted by Crafting with Pat and Moore. That's the information you would put in the title if you would ever want to join in on this and just find a mandolin, color it, and make sure it tags these two lovely ladies, and then they get to see what you have created for their hashtag. Now I did this one, and this one was all in chalk pastel, okay? And I did all these different colors, and I didn't really cover up the white because it made it look softer, and then I took all these colors that I had little shavings from left over, and I just mushed it into the background. So that's a joint collab of colors right there. Then for my backyards on a budget that I just did this week, it was unique stickers. These were rub-ons that I put on here, so to make the background a little different. I showed you how I did that. And then I did also, I believe I did this for spring while I'm in this book, which was Enchanted Forest. I also did this one, which was watercolors, and I believe I did metallic pencils, metallic pens with this. And it also looks like acrylic marker. So yes, I don't know if you can really see that. And the background were gel sticks. But I thought he was cute. I just had to do him for spring. He's so springy, isn't he? Alrighty. So we have that book done. Then, I think that was all I did. I could have sworn I did more. Let me look in here one more time. Oh yes, I did this one. I think this was the first mandala that I did with watercolor, iridescent watercolor, and I did alcohol marker and metallic marker. And that's what I did with that one. Okay, I thought I had done more than that, so I know I at least got 2 in this month. Okay, now this one is called Light versus Dark. Let me see if I have my little cheat sheet up here that I usually have things printed out for. Nope, I don't have it with me. So anyway, I'm going to go through this. Piggy Pens, Joe from Piggy Pens Tube, and Holly at Holly, I can't remember her hashtag. Holly Colors. Holly, I'm so sorry, Holly. But most of you already know about their Light versus Dark hashtag collab. And every month they come up with a different theme. This past month was pastels versus darks. So you would take either side or try to combine both, which I've been trying to do every month. I'm challenging myself to give them both a point for their whatever side that they're on, the dark or light side. So this month it was Holly was on the pastels and Joe was on the dark. And what they each do is they will preview ideas to help you understand the theme, and then you can just choose a side or choose both. Like I said, I did both. So I had this book that I got from Ollie's a while back, and I hadn't colored in it yet, but I found the perfect page. This one symbolized both. This is the pastel side, and this is the dark side, where you take the dark colors and put them into a little collab there on the page. And it was like the perfect page because it was already split in two, and it had a light, which you could tell is the light side, and a dark side. So that was awesome. I love doing that. And this month they are going to be doing a theme like mermaids, and they have their videos up on what to look for to participate. And I know it is the theme for May is mermaid, so it's mermaids. So theirs is light is like finding mermaids, and dark is finding things like pirate ships, anything to do with bounty or piratey and things like in that nature. So I'm looking. I haven't found anything that I could really use. I found something in one of Kirby Rosanes's books, but I think it was in Dark Fairy Tales, but the mermaids were still dark. And what I want to do is find, I generated some stuff with AI, but I am not using those pictures. I'm going to take those pictures, draw them, and mash it in together. So I have the mermaids, how they should look, and I have the pirate ship. And that will be combining both of them on one page. So I have to get going and sketching that up. So then the last one is the Mythographic Collective, which is a group. Here we go. It is the Mythographic Collective April 26th that I did this one for. And the book of the month was Labyrinth. You get to vote on the book, and you get to vote on the page. And if you do not have the book and cannot color the page, they give you these scavenger hunt items, and then you look for those, but they must be in a mythographic book. And then you tag Lauren Reed Color and Colorful Mother of Three. And they also are on Instagram, the group, and you can post in there too. So this, I got lucky. This is the Mythographic Labyrinth by Joseph Kattenbag, and I got lucky this month because just right before the month ended, about a week or so ago, someone gifted me a whole pile of brand new mythographic books, and Labyrinth was in there, and I was just in time before I would color my scavenger hunt. And here is my snail. I use iridescent watercolors. I also used Prismacolor pencils and Color watercolor pencils for the base, and that is how I use glitter gel pen. And around the back and around the bottom, the background and the frame, I use holographic paint. It's just like a clear, but it's major glitter effect in it. And on the background in here, I used the gel stick, King Art gel sticks. So that's that one. And I haven't picked out the one for May yet. I believe, I can't remember. I can't remember what the book is and the page. Okay, now we're going to move on to Not Scary Ones, a Not Scary group that I had finished and maybe have some whips in. I'm not really sure. This is the Mythographic Wild Summer by Joseph Kattenbag. And I had picked this one specifically because it almost has to deal with Easter. So the bunnies art related. So I picked that. I used glitter gel pens, Prismacolor pencils, and color pastel for the border. And that was that one for my choice that I made. Okay. And we're still into just different things that I did. I had time and I did. I know I picked out a grizzly bear in this one. And this book is 50 Mystery Mosaic Wild Animals, colored by number. I picked let's see, what does it really say? It is a brown bear. Yes, a brown bear. And the reason I picked this is because bears come out of hibernation in spring, so I thought that would be a fitting one since I didn't have any other really appropriate, month appropriate, season appropriate pictures in here. So that was that one. And I just used markers that I had gotten through Temu, I believe. And this one they were just like regular markers. This one I picked, let me see if I did do one in here. I may be jumping the gun on this because I was going to and I didn't. I thought that I did, but I guess I did not. Oh yes, I did. I didn't. I was supposed to do this one. Oh good Lord, I totally missed this one. I picked this one for Easter. Okay, I totally missed. That was my boo-boo there out of this Animal Kingdom color by numbers that I got at Ollie's. I shall put that one aside because I always have the ones that I didn't do first. Okay, since I'm on the what I didn't do finish pile right now, I will just continue with that. Sorry for jumping all over the place. Okay, this one, no wait. Let me see. Okay, this one I did one in and I dropped the ball in this one. I picked this one and I didn't do it. I actually said I was going to do either or both if I had time, but I didn't get this one done. But I did get this one done, and this one was a little booger for me because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. I wanted to do the neon butterflies, and that's how that one came out. It is soft chalk pastels for the background, neon glitter gel pens, and Prismacolor pencils for the skull. So that is that one out of Kirby's Kaleidomorphia. Then in Fragile World, I left a whip. I planned on doing this one to somewhat match this one, and I didn't get it finished. I had the flowers. These were just the base colors that I was doing with Color watercolor pencil. I didn't even activate it yet, and I have these flowers to do yet, and then I can go over with pencil. So hopefully by the end of May I will have this one finished, because I do not like whips. I don't normally have whips, and this is going to irritate me if I keep this one in there. So that's that one. I knew Kirby was going to be my downfall this month, that I wasn't going to get into any of them. Okay, for this one I had picked the bear again. I had picked the bear because of, like I said, coming out of hibernation. Didn't even touch it except to put a sticker on it. Isn't that something? Well, that was Dark Fairy Tales. This one, my favorite horror glow-in-the-dark coloring book that I got from Five Below, I picked, this is another one that I didn't get to do, but I did do something more about it. Let me find it. Okay. Now, I don't know if I explained this before. When I actually colored my very first page in here, it bled through immensely onto the back here. So I had this book, and I don't know, you can kind of see a little bit right here. It was bad. You couldn't even make out what this was. So what I did was I took my cardstock, which was very thin, and it's tinted a little different color, but it won't matter once I do the background. I wanted to do this two-page spread. I took from this page and manipulated it, because it's an odd shape to be putting in your printer to make a page. So I did. I made this page from it, and I matched it as best as I could. In some areas you can really, it doesn't look bad, but I had to add a piece because of how oddly shaped it was. I don't have a printer that makes it perfectly square, you know. I mean, it goes up to A4, but that's it. So this one I dropped the ball on, but I did accomplish getting my other page printed and put in the book, so now I can continue with that one when I get a moment. Now we're going to go into another book that I had, Goblin Core, and this one has a whip in it. This one, I didn't finish this one. But I did finish this one. And I may have done this one for Mandala Monday too, I don't remember. This was a unique picture that I did because I got tired of trying to figure out what colors to use anymore. I was just like on burnout from trying to think. And so when it came to this page, I had my markers and I just picked a marker and then I colored whatever marker I picked, and then I colored it to the page. And I didn't do bad with picking colors, because the only thing that bothers me is the way this part, his body looks. That's it. And those are just regular markers, and then the background is soft pastels, chalk pastels, and that's it for that one. All right, that book's done. Now, let me make sure. Yep. Okay, now we're going to get into the horror scene of the ones that I did get done. So, Creepy and Adorable. Adorable Creepy coloring book. This one I picked because it had a bunny rabbit on it, and for Easter. And I used glitter gel pens, and I used Prismacolor pencils. And what I did was I outlined all with the glitter gel pen first, and then came in with the Prismacolors, and then I blended them. The background is chalk pastel, and this up here is actually a rub-on transfer type thing that I used in my backgrounds on a budget video, and that was for the unique stickers, and I added that to that page. So you got to see two of them that I added. I did add stickers too. Now I lost that page already. There we go. I gotta mark all the dates on these. I'm so far behind in being any type of organized. Okay, this one I did because April Fool's Day. Oh, good Lord. April Fool's, that was the wrong one. Haha, I fooled you. I fooled myself. Okay, here it is. The Fool. This one was glitter gel pens and regular markers. It looks as though I used. I think no, these were all gel pen. That's right. This was all gel pen, regular gel pen, and it was also metallic gel pen and glitter gel pen. So those were all gel pens on that one in my Beauty of Horror Tarot coloring book. Alrighty. Now, in the Mythogoria Poison and Passion, I had picked by Alessandra Fusi, I believe. I picked this page because it was the springiest page in there with all the beautiful blooming eyeball flowers. So I use Prismacolor pencils and some glitter gel pen here and the red gel pen for the blood. And that was it. That's basically all I used on that one. Okay. Oops, sorry. Hit the tripod. In my Freak of Beauty book, I had 3 picked, and me doing Terrifying Tuesday and Sinister Saturday helped me get through the 3 that I did. Plus that adorable creepy book. Here's the first one. This is Prismacolor pencils and gel pen. Red gel pen for the blood on here. And I think I did some gel pen also for the leaves to stand out a little bit. That's that one. And I use metallic gel pens for the background and Prismacolor pencils for the grayish brown in the background there. Okay, so this one I did also online. It was a color and chat color along there, and these are all Prismacolor pencils, and of course that gel pen, that red gel pen. I hope I find that a red gel pen again like that one because it's such a dark deep red. This one was my I call it my utter fail. I didn't like it. I did this one first, and then I did the butterflies in neon colors like one I did in another book, and then it just looked out of place. But I wanted to do something springy, right? So that's why I did it. Well, then I got upset with it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make them grungy, and I did cross-hatching on all the leaves. So that's what that is. But it's mostly Prismacolor pencils. Again, that red gel pen, and then a black pen, gel pen for the cross-hatching on the butterflies. Those were all gel pen too, neon gel pen. Alrighty, now I think that was all of them for that book. And then I think I'm at the end. Yes, I showed you all of my disasters, some of my whips that I cannot believe I actually had whips, and my attempts. But that's it for that. Let me see what the time is on here. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut this one, and then I will be putting up another one possibly tomorrow, detailing the things that I picked out for next month. And if I don't do it if I don't do it this evening. If I don't do it this evening, I will do it again tomorrow. I will be back in with the video for what I have planned for May. My theme that I'm looking for in here is not going to be mermaids, because I'm going to just keep that for the light versus dark theme. But basically, I think I am going to be doing Mother's Day type themes. So I have some in these horror books that are kind of funny and kind of not, but I mean, they're still kind of appropriate for the holiday of May. And I don't have any, I have maybe one that I'm doing for patriotic for Memorial Day, but I think that might be it. I really have to look through my books. I didn't really do a quick, I only marked some as I went through the stuff for May. April, I found stuff for May, and I quickly marked them, but I'll need to go through the books again. Alrighty, thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't, because I got quite a few things going on. I have Sinister Saturday, I have Terrifying Tuesday, and then I have, Sinister Saturday is every Saturday. My husband, he'll read a book from a book, some off-the-wall fact. Now, right now we're in the book, How They Croaked. So there's a lot of interesting facts in there. And so he reads while I color, and then he gives me the mic back, and then I finish coloring whatever I can, and then that's for Saturdays. Tuesdays is Terrifying Tuesday, where I just pick a terrifying page or out of my horror books, and I just color a page and chat with you until I get to a certain point, and then I finish it off and post it later. Also, Thursdays are Backgrounds on a Budget, where I go in and I try to find things. Maybe it's everyday things you have in the house. Maybe it's things during the season that you can pick up when they're on sale. And I just uploaded video 19, so there's 19 so far. I've used different types of stickers. I've used egg coloring dye. I've used things like aluminum foil, and you have to actually see the videos to understand what things I have done. I believe I promised this coming Thursday will be trying spirograph in the backgrounds. Remember that fun time from having those from a kid? I also try to find things that, being as backgrounds on a budget, that can come from either Dollar Tree, Dollar General, or Walmart. I mean, so you don't have to go to no fancy craft store in order to get these. But they do have the spirograph kit at Dollar Tree. So, and if you have kids or grandkids, I mean, it's a win-win, because they can use it after you're done, or you can share it. Either way, or you could buy one for them and one for you. However you want to do it, if you want to do it. So, hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay colorful, please. Stay creative, and stay a little creepy. It's fun now and then. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye for now.